Morning, y'all. Dylan from Noble Records coming at you with another video. I am driving up to the mountains again. We're kind of surrounded by mountains here, so I always say I'm driving to the mountains, but got a collection up here literally on the side of a mountain. It should be a pretty solid collection, and yeah, we'll see what comes of it. All right, guys, we are back with the collection. I thought I would tell you a story and kind of take you through and show you everything. So a few years ago, there was a gentleman that I met, and we swapped some records and some gear. Like I had some high-end gear, he had some records, and we swapped. I met him. He lives up in the mountains. Super nice guy. Haven't talked to him a lot over the past couple of years, but once in a while he'll pop up, and we'll have a conversation here and there. But we've loosely stayed in touch. And he contacted me a couple of weeks ago and was like, "Hey, I have this out of this world record collection that somebody is wanting me to find a buyer for, and it's just too much to go one at a time." So sometimes he'll like list things on eBay and stuff, but he was like, "It's just too much. It's gonna take too much time for me." And so he was like, would you be interested in it for the shop?" And I was like, "Yeah, for sure." And he sent me a list, and it was just like really above average stuff. Really, really, really good stuff. There's a ton of Bob Dylan stuff. You know, the box sets, some of the rare box sets, Mo-Fi, stuff like that. There's a ton of Grateful Dead stuff. There's a ton of Black Crow stuff. Bob Dylan, I said that already. Neil Young, Tom Petty, stuff like that. It's just a ton of killer stuff. And so we kind of loosely worked out a deal where he told me how much he was hoping to get. And I was like, well, that's close enough. We'll work on it when I get there. And so I drove up there yesterday to look at the collection, and this guy has the coolest house. He had like he's got guitars everywhere, you know, he's got like really awesome like knickknacks and collectibles and stuff just everywhere. It's such a cool little house that this guy has. And so I mean, I'm there for an hour just drooling at all the cool stuff. Like he's got a little corner for like vintage video games, and then like, you know, he's got like taxidermy, and he's got a whole room full of guitars and a whole room full of like audio gear and records everywhere. It was a really cool spot. But and I'll tell you about this at the end of the video. A lot of people don't care, you know, the record people don't so much care about guitars, but there's a little crossover there. I don't normally buy guitars, but he had this Gibson ES330 there. It's a 1964, and he said he'd be willing to let it go, and I've always wanted one of those. So anyways, I'll talk about that at the end. So I'll look through the records. I even bought some extra records from him that he just kind of had laying around that he wanted to get rid of. But so he was selling this for a guy who was like an audiophile type of dude, had a really nice setup, really nice system. And you know, it's tough sometimes when you got two dealers in the middle and you both got to make money, but we worked it out, and both of us were happy. You know, this is the type of collection that is not cheap. You know, it came right before Christmas time, so fortunately a lot of this stuff will move pretty quick, I think. And so I'll just take you through it. I did pull out just a handful of just pretty cool things to show you, just kind of wet your whistle a little bit, but I'll be going through it with you. This is the John Mayer 2012 Performances collection. This is like acoustic versions of you know, some of his songs. And then this Destroyer, fantastic. I love when we get copies of Destroyer. Love to see them Crooked Vultures. This is so bad out of print, it needs a reissue. This is an original Pearl Jam and Neil Young Mirror Ball. Love to see it. This is he had a bunch of really rare Neil Young stuff, Neil Young Unplugged. A bunch of cool Pink Floyd stuff. That's a bootleg. He had this Avett Brothers Four Thieves Gong. This on black vinyl. Super hard to get now. He had this Dave Matthews Band for the Crowded Streets. Original press. Beautiful. Original press of Tom Petty Wildflowers. He had original press of a lot of Tom Petty stuff. That's hard to get now. Here's just a few more that I just pulled up to show. Glean 2. Avett Brothers, very, very, very hard to get this. This Bob Dylan Rolling Thunder Review. I'm toying with keeping. I need to listen to it and see. You know, I've got a bunch of the bootleg series, but I don't really ever listen to box sets much. This David Gilmour is a really tough one to get. Live in Gdańsk. It is like very, very, very rare. sought after box set. So anyways, that's just a few. I'm gonna take you through normally like what I'll do for a video is I'll get a collection in, I'll pull out the junk. So you don't want to see me flipping through junk. If there's usually like at least 20% junk at any collection. But this collection is a little different. There's maybe like 5% junk. So you'll see the junk in there. You know, by junk, don't get offended, but like, you know, stuff that's worth less than $5, you know. There's, you know, some John Denver in there. There's some Jimmy Buffett in there, whatever. Sometimes you got to have a little cheeseburger in paradise, I get it. But I'm just saying that's some of the lower value stuff that we see all the time. But most of this in here, I have not pulled anything out. This is how the collection came. Pretty, mostly killer, very, very little filler. So, I've never done a video like this before, like this picture-in-picture thing. You'll see what I'm talking about. Let me know if you like it. I just kind of had the idea to do it. So before we get started on looking at all the records, I wanted to let you know, a lot of people are going to be asking, how can I get some of this stuff? You know, there's a lot of people that want a lot of this stuff. So the way that we do it is we're going to have, most everything goes into the store. So we have a shop in Matthews, North Carolina. We're going to be putting everything, most of everything, not everything, but almost everything into the shop on December 9th, 10 a.m. It's a Saturday morning. That's when we're going to be putting most of the stuff out. If you want to see like an actual list of exactly what's going out, you follow us on Instagram at Noble Records. Right before we do a big drop, we flip through everything so you know exactly what's going to be there. So that is December 9th is when a lot of the stuff will go out. In addition, I'm going to select some things to pull out and put on Whatnot. So Whatnot's this live streaming auction app that we do. I'll put all the information in the description of this video. I'll have a link to a video that you can watch if you're not familiar with Whatnot to see how it works. I'll also put a link for you to sign up if you don't have an account, and you get free $15 towards your first purchase. And then I'll put a link to my my Whatnot page so you can bookmark those shows and all that stuff. But that will be December 12th. I'm going to be putting probably 100 records out of here on Whatnot. So you don't want to miss that. That's your way, if you're not local, to get in on this action. All right. So this is the Grateful Dead box. Some great stuff. This is the this is Cornell show. 2 from the vault, 3 from the vault. Original master recording. This is the audio fidelity. Yeah, incredible stuff. Dylan and the Dead set. This is like a newer reissue of Europe 72, Birth of the Dead. These are all some, like, a couple of these are like kind of rare RSD things. Here's a couple of Bob Dylan's just kind of randomly in there. Jerry Garcia, Before the Dead, Jerry Garcia Band, Garcia, Ragged but Right, Old in the Way stuff. That's a great one. Acoustic Band, Jerry Garcia. There's a bunch of like Dylan mo-fis just kind of scattered throughout. This is a promo of Vicodin. A bunch of really solid Avett Brothers stuff. You know, a lot of the stuff is, some of it's in print, some of it's not. Like this one, Second Gleam, that's a really hard record to find. Set that aside. Seth Avett stuff, I think. So, and then there's a lot of Fish stuff, which a lot of the stuff's out of print, hard to get. This is, I don't think the sticker's supposed to be on here. This is the numbered 2014 reissue. Story of the Ghost. So this is the reissue on green vinyl, I believe. I think that's the RSD. So at any rate, there's some great things in here. Bunch of Black Crows with Jimmy Page's on white vinyl. Before the Frost. Let me get this right. Auerbach, Black Keys stuff. That's a pretty rare one, I think. I've had it before. Chulahoma, great stuff. This is a reissue. It's got a barcode, but still hard to find in any format. Is it the no? Black Star. This is a bootleg of the dress cover. This is like a UK press of Hunky Dory. Some European press, I think Germany. We'll pull some of these box sets so it's easier to get out, but look at that. David Gilmour box set. Live at Gdansk. This is a very, very rare box set. We'll pull some of these out just so I can go through. This is very cool Rolling Thunder Review bootleg series volume 5. I don't have this. I have a bunch of the Dylan bootleg series. I'm going to decide if that's something I need to keep. I don't know. Tom Petty, American Treasure. Just going to pull these out. And then this is the live anthology. Very cool. Okay. Got a bunch of Dylan stuff. Tempest. Freewheeling Outtakes. Some of these are bootlegs, unplugged. This is not a bootleg. Bunch of, I think all the, don't quote me on this, but I think most of these Tom Petty's are original. Our Last DJ. This Mud Crush Live is pretty rare. That's still sealed too. This is I know it's an original Mojo. So this is a bootleg. It's an original. It's the Great Wide Open. And Full Moon Fever. Here it is. Wildflowers. Hard to find original press of that. That is an original, still in the shrink. Some cool stuff, but some of these I'll have to go through to check. I don't know if this is an original right off. This is not original. Doesn't feel like one. Riot Act, that's an original press. This first kind of bootleg seems to be pretty rare. Versus this is, let's see if it's an original. It is. It is an original avocado. Very nice. Lightning Bolt, this Backspacer album's kind of getting hard to get. I really love this record. Bunch of David Gilmour stuff. Alright. Okay, so here's some more box sets in here I'll pull out. So we can get through. This is the Division Bell 20th anniversary box set. This is the Pulse box set. Is an original first press Pulse. Very cool. Yeah, this has some rare ones in it. This is the triplicate box set. Bob Dylan. The Abbey Road. And the Extra Demos, White Album, whatever box set. Here's that Ernie Graham, which has not been reissued in a long time. So somehow the Four Men with Beards reissue is really sought after now. Smile, Beach Boys. This is an original first press. Before these Crowd the Streets, Dave Matthews Band. Very hard record to get. Another one, this is the black vinyl, Four Thieves Gone. Ava Brothers, very rare. This is one that's pretty interesting. Frank Zappa meets Pink Floyd. This one doesn't come around very often, apparently. Here's some Pink Floyd stuff that are bootlegs that I don't really know a whole lot about. That one I do, obviously. This is Live at Pompeii, which is excellent. It's an older, you know. So these are, let's see, I think they're stereos. Yeah, reissues of the Beatles catalog. Yeah, stereo. You like the monos, you know. The stereos are great as well, but the monos are pretty sought after now. Just some very cool, solid Beatles stuff. Let It Be Naked, you never really see that. This is, man, I love Beatles Love. That came out when I was, what year did it come out? 2006, yeah. When that came out, I listened to it all the time. A lot of great Pink Floyd stuff. Was kind of bummed because he said there was a pink vinyl of this, and it is the bootleg and not the German one that everybody wants. All right, bunch of like Nathaniel Rateliff stuff. Automatic for People, a bunch of REM stuff. Fretting, Rich Robinson. Big Black Crowes fan, this dude was for sure. Bunch of Stones. This is like some sort of anniversary, I think. It's pretty beefy. I don't know. Let It Bleed. Rush. Great stuff. Rush is one of those bands. Cannot keep them in stock. People ask for them nonstop. So this is just, you know, this record, Oh Be Joyful, that's a great record. I love it. Robert Johnson. This Jack Johnson record, Sleep with the Static, is pretty rare now. It's just out of print and people want it. Junior Kimbrough, great stuff. Sharon Jones, the Dap Kings. Indigo Girls. Iron and Wine. Howl Wolf, Blues from Hell. John Lee Hooker. A lot of this stuff's kind of older right here. Here we go. His Golden Messenger. Great stuff. Some Hendrix stuff. This is a great record. Blues. Fantastic. Bunch of John Hartford stuff, which is really great. Bluegrass based stuff. George Harrison. Roy Harper stuff. And then there's a bunch of Ben Harper stuff that's just kind of hard to get now. Some of it is, some of it's not. That's a good one too, man. Oh, that's a great record. I might keep that. Don't tell anybody. That's a great one. This record, me on a personal note, I already have one. But I have got, this is an original first press of this. I might keep this, I don't know. I've got one, but I think it's the reissue. This Live from Mars, when I was in high school, 2001. When I was in high school, I listened to this record so much. It was one of my absolute favorites. I didn't have it on vinyl then, but I love Ben Harper. Man, some cool stuff. Diamonds on the Inside was my favorite from him. That's 2002, but God, that's a good record. So, St. Paul and the Broken Bones. He had like a lot of like roots rock type of, I don't know, like, you know, Black Crowes and stuff. They're kind of like a modern country rock flavor a little bit, you know. Black Crowes, and then you have the same type of people like the same stuff, you know, Grateful Dead, Nathaniel Rateliff type stuff. I don't know. So he's in that same vein. A bunch of Steely Dan in here. Jimmy Smith. Sly and Robbie. So Frank Sinatra. See, I'm telling you, I'm giving it to you as it comes. This is a ZZ Top's first album, which is excellent. Nice shape. Tres Hombres. Come on. Get him all the time. Still love to see him. He had a bunch of Neil Young stuff, so this Unplugged is going straight in my collection. Some of the stuff I'll keep because it's just like super hard to get, and
I am a Neil Young completist. Prairie Wind. Look at this. Chrome Dreams. Beautiful. I think I have that one. And an original mirror ball. Incredible. Massey Hall, fantastic. Bunch of White Stripes, Jack White stuff. Ooh, let's see what you are. What color you are? Oh, it's just a black one, no big deal. This is a great Third Man Vault. This Whiskey Town is really good. Man, I love that record. It's hard to get to. Bob Weir. Oh yeah, this like Jillian Welch. Oh my gosh, so good. And a lot of stuff's not like in print enough. This one's Soul Journey. Oh man, so good. And you never ever see them. All right, so we had some of the Mo-Fi Weezer stuff. Some of these Weezers are out of print and hard to get. Death of False Mill, I know that's one of them that's just tough to find nowadays. But I'm not as versed with the Weezer stuff as I probably should be. I'm not a big Weezer guy, but I know that people are. A bunch of Doc Watson stuff. Muddy Waters, Roger Waters, T-Bone Walker, a bunch of Stevie Ray Vaughan. That's cool. So that gotta be a bootleg, I guess. I've never seen that before. Bunch of Stevie Ray, Albert King. This is one Legend of Making Us a Record Store Day. It's kind of tough to get now. Sarah Vaughan. A bunch of U2 stuff. Ooh! Forgot that was in there. Them Crooked Vultures. Very nice. Them. Tedeschi Trucks Band. Man, this is such a good record. Made Up Mine. I love it. It's got the bison, you know, so that gets me. But so we've got all of the I Am the Moon. 2, 3, 4. Everybody's Talking live. Excellent. Traveling Wilburys. Some Sugar Man 3 stuff. Ooh, I'm keeping this. This Waylon Payne record is incredible. If you like Jason Isbell, it kind of goes in a bunch of different directions. So like some of it sounds kind of old school country, some of it sounds kind of new school country. This is a really good album. It's hard to find. I'm keeping it. Just don't tell anybody. Police. This is a great record too. Consolos of the Lonely. Great stuff. John Prine. So this is a cool one. Bob Marley Live and Forever. When this came out, I wanted it so bad. But I kind of forgot about it. Bunch of Marley stuff. This is a promo. I've never even seen a promo sticker like that. It's like a clear one. Very cool. Bunch of Marleys. Manassas Pieces. This is one I really want to hear. I've not heard it before. It's out of print. I love the Manassas stuff. So good. So Nick Mason. Let's see. Blah, blah. John Lennon stuff. Ooh. Elephant's Memory. I didn't see that in there. Forgot about. I don't even think I even knew this was in there. Jimmy Page, Burn Up. It's kind of cool. I've seen it before, but I've never. Oh, that's cool. I never listened to it. These are the deluxe editions of the first 4 Zeppelins, 5 Zeppelins, maybe 6. Those are the deluxe editions of all the Zeppelins. Very cool. Ooh, Destroyer. Love to see it. Beautiful. It's over here. And this is a Zeppelin bootleg. This Nebworth that I had years ago, and I don't know what happened to it. Just one day it was gone. And I don't know, I might have sold it, I guess, but anyway, so at any rate, I'm keeping that. This Johnny Kid and the Pirates is really good. Stone on the Stairway, a bunch of Ray LaMontagne things. Love him. Love Ray LaMontagne. Ooh, some original Lenny Kravitz. This one still has the CD. It's an original with the CD, which you don't ever see the CD in there because people tossed the CD in their car and left the record in the house. This is Let Love Win, or Let Love Rule, sorry. This is Let Love Rule, Black and White America, and then, man, I sold my copy of this years ago, Circus, so I'm keeping this. Man, I love that record. That record is so freaking good. This is a good one, I already have it though. Amazing. Mama said it's out of this world. Alright. B.B. King. It's like Lenny Kravitz. I feel like underrated for people who really love music. A lot of people kind of turn their nose up to like all, you know, New Basement Tapes, Lost on the River. That's kind of a rare one now. Roy Orbison. Great soundtrack. Crispy, nice. Redheaded Stranger. A bunch of Van Morrison stuff. Love Van Morrison. Thelonious Monk. Joni Mitchell. A bunch of Steve Miller Band. Milk Carton Kids. What are you? Milk Carton Kids Prologue. I'll take that out so we can look. Midnight Oil. It's the Mo 5 Tiger Lily Natalie Merchant. Yeah, some of these like John Mellencamp's are kind of hard to get to. It's Paul McCartney Unplugged, and then that Russian comp thing. Bunch of John Mayer. Oh my gosh. Look at this. John Mayer, the complete 2012 performance. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm gonna sell this or not. I don't know. I might keep that on. I don't have it. That's good. We'll see. It might go up. Dave Matthews Band live at Luther College with Tim Reynolds. We got the Celebration Day, which it's funny, like these used to be everywhere. When I posted the collection, like pictures of it on Instagram, people were freaking out. They're like, the Celebration Day. So I guess it's kind of hard to get now. I don't know. They used to be everywhere. I guess that's, you know, when they came out. AC/DC, a bunch of Allman Brothers, Band of Horses, Best of the Band, bunch of band stuff. Trey Anastasio. Big Lebowski. So yeah, I mean this is probably the least good box, but there it is. Oh yeah. This is the Record Store Day Aquarius Theater. I love this. This sounds so good. It's fantastic, man. LA Woman Workshop Sessions. This is a couple OGs. That's the window cover. These country funks are cool. These are the Daptone. Hysteria. Everybody always asks for that as well. Bunch of dolls. Some Cream. Connells. This Counting Crows is an original 96 press. Hard to get. Even the reissues are hard to get. That's a reissue of that. Coldplay. That's a reissue as well. Some average stuff. And then James Brown, The Famous Flames. Some cool James Brown stuff. That's a reissue, but super clean. JJ Cale, bunch of that. That's from what I remember, a bunch of JJ Cale stuff. All the Cash, Americans. Slow Hand at 70. Cool one. Bunch of Clapton stuff. Some Sundays. Clapton Unplugged. Pilgrim. Clapton B.B. King. This is 24 Nights. So that is an original press. Very cool. This one comes on every once in a while. Green Day. Phil and the Spirit. Grant Green. Great stuff. Ooh, Buckingham Nicks. And it's the Gatefold. Logan at the shop. Every time he sees a Buckingham Nicks, I don't know what it is, but it's like he gets so stoked about it. Alright. So that's it. Alright, so that was the stuff. Again, if you want any of it, the majority will be going into the shop on December 9th. But a good selection is going to be on Whatnot December 12th. Make sure that you bookmark that. That is already live. You can already bookmark it. So anyways, I thought I'll close out the video with the story of this guitar. You know, ever since I was a kid and I saw Back to the Future, I wanted one of these. He had a Gibson 345. This is a 330, which is, you know, similar body style and everything. This is a beautiful guitar. So he had this that he had bought from somebody, and they said it has been sitting in a closet since 1977. It hasn't been touched, and I believe it. It is like flawless, beautiful guitar. Has the original case and everything, but it is a 1964 Gibson ES330, and you know, he wanted a good bit for it, and you know, after we did some dealing on some records and things like that, he gave me a tremendous deal on it, and I could not say no. So it sounds incredible. I am like thrilled. I don't normally do this. I don't normally buy guitars when I'm out. But this one, when he pulled it out, I was like, man, I was getting that childhood nostalgia. And that's how you get in trouble. You get that childhood nostalgia of watching the Marty McFly. But it is a beautiful guitar that I'm proud to own. And you know, if there's a good deal to be had on guitars, I will buy them sometimes. But the only problem is I hardly ever sell them. I usually keep them. So this is definitely going into the personal stash. But thank y'all for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, like I said, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 100,000. We're so close. You know, maybe if you're at your parents' house over the weekend for a holiday, maybe swipe one of their phones and hit the subscribe button for me. You know, whatever it takes. We're here for the long haul. I'm trying to get that YouTube plaque, you know. But thank y'all for all your support. Thank you for watching, and hope you guys enjoy the video. See you next time.